You might have heard that Orlando doesn't have a lot to offer when it comes to food. As a chef and an avid traveler, I beg to differ. So we all know why we're here today, and it's to talk about Orlando food and how awesome it is.
Yes, we definitely try to make our mark, first locally and with the surrounding area, but hopefully one day maybe we could be a restaurant that puts Orlando on the map.
Yeah, it's actually a little haven in this hotel. You wouldn't guess that it's here, which is kind of a cool thing. It's like hidden in the corner, but it's a really, really cool restaurant. I love it.
Thank you. We don't want to be kind of categorized as a hotel restaurant. We want to kind of stay away from that, and I think we do a decent job of doing that. So just keeping the menu fresh, leaving plenty of room for inspiration with our specials and things like that, and then sticking to our open concept definitely helps us out with that as well.
You guys know about Andrew Zimmern and what he said about Orlando. It's pretty messed up. Someone asked, hey, what do I eat in Orlando? And he just said there's just some barbecue places, and he said one of them wrong. I mean, that's harsh, and that's not true. Like, how do you feel about this as a chef here? Like, he's talking about you.
Exactly. That's exactly the way I look at it. This is home for me now too, indefinitely at this point. I'm a part of this food scene, so I couldn't help but take offense, to seeing that. And the biggest reason why is because I don't agree. If I was in a place and maybe I'm just kind of passing through, and this is just a job I have, and when I got here, I saw a culinary desert in front of me, then I might just step back and be like, he's kind of right. But I couldn't disagree with him more. And if you're saying there's nowhere to go in there, then
it's like, come here.
Exactly. Why don't you try American Kitchen?
I've never really been here. Like, I'm not defending him. I'm just saying I've met a few chefs at that caliber. The only way to show them is to let them experience.
Dinner's on me, sir.
Come here.
These American cuisine restaurants are just popping up left and right. Don't sleep on them. You definitely find some good food in there and some great talent behind the scenes as well.
Well, that's the good thing about America in general, because people are coming from all over, and that's kind of like full circle to being here in Orlando.
Yeah.
People literally come from all
everywhere
over to be here. All over the world, and
it's inspiring.
It is inspiring.
Yeah.
So you've lived in a lot of other places. You lived in California and Miami, and now you're here. And the food culture is obviously different. So what is it like here comparatively?
I did a couple years down in Miami Beach, and there is a little bit of a difference of what you get down there and what you can get up here. There's a lot of the same as well. So I think that's probably been the biggest change. It's just kind of switching gears to Central Florida, produce, the seasons and everything like that. And the biggest thing that's the most exciting for me is the seafood, the fish. I mean, Florida is just huge with the varieties of fish from either the Gulf side or the Atlantic. There's all kinds of different communities and things like that involved in it as well. Specifically for food and restaurants, it seems that everything you would have in a big city, from the super nice fine dining restaurant to the really cool like taco shops or street food, Asian food or anything like that, you have those all here. And it seems since I arrived here, they're popping up, one after the other.
There's just so many different options you can have here. There's a lot of different chefs, a lot of different talented people.
The food culture is very, very cool here. You're right.
I've yet to meet anybody actually from Orlando in this kind of culinary scene, if you will. It's usually some kind of transplant of some sort, whether it's somewhere else here in Florida, other countries, and then just all over the United States. There's chefs from just about everywhere. So it makes for a good culinary food scene here.
What do we have?
So our tempura avocado, Haas avocados that we do with a little light tempura batter, and then we set it on top of a cilantro and lime creme fraiche, and then top it off with a tomato and chipotle jam. There's a little micro cilantro on there. So there's some sweet, there's a little tiny bit of heat in there. I just think it's a really balanced, cool dish, to do. And until people stop liking it, I'll keep making it. These are our kitchen fries, what we do. Good old French fries, who doesn't love those? But when they come out of the fryer fresh and hot, we season them with a little bit of salt, and then they get rosemary, Parmesan cheese, and then the duck fat powder.
It is so delicious. That duck fat makes it like super savory and very umami-ish. And this burger. This is a big deal, this burger.
This is kind of special.
Explain why it is.
Will do.
Huge deal.
The Schrott burger, as we're calling it. We're using our certified Angus beef. We're grilling off some local Kissimmee River maitake mushrooms, and that gets ground up and goes into the patty that makes up our Schrott burger. We're serving it with some lettuce from Uriah's Urban Farm, some good Florida heirloom tomatoes, caramelized onion. It gets topped off, just like its namesake, with the Shropshire blue cheese whiz.
This is going to be messy, I feel. Oh. Beef is, you can tell, really, really good quality. The cheese is so good.
Perfect.
That cheese on top is
Thank you.
makes it very, very delicious. And it was Orlando on the table, so
Awesome.
really appreciate it. Great suggestion. Thanks, Soozie. And thank you, Chef
Thank you
Venoy.
very much.
Cheers. It's so nice to
Cheers.
be here at American Kitchen. Oh, yeah, of course.